Hello everyone, and welcome back to Lovella's Coloring. This video is part 2 of the hashtag Color Your Hoard color along in this Chinese coloring book called Last You Forever. I do not know who the illustrator is, but down below in the video descriptions I will put a link to the shop where I purchased this book at. So let's get to the page. I will continue coloring in. I do have to let you know that in the background you may hear some noise. My kids and my husband are watching a movie and he has the speakers up really loudly, so hopefully my microphone won't pick it up, but just in case you do, that's what the noise is. So in part 1 see, I'm in the frame, right? Okay. In part 1, I colored the background with Neocolor 2s using a palette and a water brush, and then with the branches and his hair, I lightly colored it in with the Caran Luminance. So as you can see, I already colored these branches and flowers last night as I was editing another video. I fell asleep, so my phone died, and while my phone was charging, I decided to just go ahead and color these branches and flowers, leaving this area here to show you guys what I did, the colors I used, and how I colored it in. So we'll go ahead and zoom in to this area. Okay, so the colors we'll be using from the Caran Luminance, and these are the colors for the branches. The colors we'll be using is Sepia, number 407. We'll be using Burnt Sienna, number 069, and also Burnt Ochre, which is number 077. So I'll go ahead and start down here. I'll start with the Sepia, and just Sepia is my darkest color, so I'm just going to color in the areas where I believe the darkest part of the branch will be. I'm leaving this bottom part to be colored in with the Burnt Sienna, just to give it an illusion that it's rounded. So I'm just gonna go ahead and this pencil's right here. So you can see that I sharpened it as fine as I could be, and the sharpener I use is the Derwent Super Point. Go ahead and show it. I know some of you asked before, so this is how it looks like. It comes out like this, and then yeah. So it's a manual sharpener, Derwent brand. And I'll go ahead and link that down below also in the video descriptions. Hopefully I remember. So yeah, so, and I really like the point, and I won't have to sharpen it unless if I press too hard that oops, sorry. Unless if I press too hard that I break the point. So I'm just going to go over the areas where I want the shadow to be, and turning my pencils to try to maintain the point. So how are you guys doing? I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend. As for me, it was kind of tiring. I did the part 1 video on Friday, and I was hoping to get it done editing by Saturday, but it ended up being a very, very busy day for us. The whole family went to IKEA, and we brought along 2 of my daughter's friends who are also going off to college, so they wanted to pick up some stuff from the store. So I'll go ahead and stop there. You come in with the Burnt Sienna. I'll start off over here. So yeah, so on Saturday, early morning, we woke up early to start our drive over towards the Seattle area. It's about an hour drive for us, hour and a half drive to get to IKEA, and we were packed in the van. All 8 seats were filled. So, and we had a lot of fun. We haven't been back to IKEA for a while. Even the parking is like different. We were so confused because before the parking used to be in a huge building, and now it's just outdoor parking. And we couldn't remember what changed. Either they just took out the building where the parking garage used to be, or I didn't know. We couldn't figure it out. We haven't been there for like probably a year and a half. Oops, I went too far. Keep going down. So I finally bought my drawer that I've been wanting from IKEA for my desk. So this is an IKEA desk that I'm on. So I just have to take out 1 or 2 of the legs so I can put the drawer underneath. Well, hopefully it'll be okay. And I have to see. My husband wasn't sure if it'll fit underneath the desk, but I'm sure it is because it's the same desktop, same legs that they still sell. But you know, maybe they changed it. Yeah, so in my room, I'm still trying to figure out a nice way to set up my desk in my room. My bookcase is all up against the wall. But, so now I'm coming in with burnt ochre, which is 077. So anyways, I've been trying to figure out how should I set up my room, because the arm that's holding my phone for me to record is actually attached to the bookcase, because before, when it was attached to my desk, whenever I would color and my desk would shake, the arm is shaking at the same time. So it, I get motion sickness easily. So if watching the videos back and I can get a little nauseous or sick from the movement, then I don't want to put that out there. So right now the arm is attached to the bookcase so that it doesn't shake along with me as I color. So you can see, well, I can see it. I'm not sure if it shows up on the screen, but there's like little dots. So I'm just going to go back and clean it up. So this is the sepia. Just going to reestablish the dark or the shadows for the branch. Got this one here. Get this down here. Yeah, so while we were in IKEA, oh my goodness, we were there for about, we got there around 11:30. We didn't leave until 4:30. my husband and I and 3 of our kids, we were done pretty much by the time it was like about 2:30. But my daughter and her friends were still shopping. Our main reason was to bring them over there because, you know, we'd rather drive them rather than having them drive. So I was like, okay, take your time. But I didn't know that by saying take your time, it was going to take 2 hours later, you know, they'll be done. But as long as they have fun, they got the stuff that they needed. And because going to IKEA is a trip. I mean, it's far for us. I have to apologize if I seem a little sniffly here and there. The weather is changing again. Today it was like in 80s. And as you can, if you remember in part 1, I was wearing a sweater. It was hot, or it was cold. And now it's hot again. And it's just back and forth. It's like giving my allergies whiplash or something. So now I'm going to use, that was the burnt sienna that I just used. So I'm coming in with the burnt ochre, and I'm using the burnt ochre just pretty much to blend it all together. And yeah, smooth out the colors together. There we go. So some of these thin ones, I'm just going to go over with the burnt sienna, and then I'm going over like medium to hard, just pressing it in there, trying to stay within the lines too. But because I use watercolor in the backgrounds, I can just erase it with my Tombow mono eraser if I really need to. So I'll come in with the sepia and just in certain spots I'm just going to, it's not really noticeable because I already pressed it in with the burnt sienna. Just a little bit there. And in the thicker branches, I'm going to go ahead and come in with the sepia. Here. Just keep going. I forgot to say, the video that I was editing was from the Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and I forgot, you know, because I think in my initial video, after I used the number generator and this book was picked, and I said something about this guy being the first that I colored. Well, apparently it's not, because I totally forgot until I was editing the video that I already colored in Xander. So he's a guy from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So I'll go ahead and show it to you really quick. Do I have the book here? So this is the book, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and I colored Xander, which he is right over here. Yeah, so I had to kind of like double process it because it's a speed video, speed coloring. So to make it faster, I had to like I doubled the speed and then double the speed again. So it's like ×4. So I'll go back to Sepia. Sorry, kind of lost track. So I'll go, I think just up to here is good enough. There. Yeah. So Xander is actually the first guy I colored, but he's the first guy that's just by himself, full page. Okay, so now I'm going to come in with the burnt sienna. I'm going to come in here and again with medium, since this is so thin. I'm going to leave the tip bare just for another color that I'm going to add to that when we do the flowers and the buds. So I hope you guys like this page so far. I am taking my time in a way where I'm trying to decide my colors, and you know, because these Chinese books they're intimidating for me, and I'm so scared to ruin it and just, you know, and that's why I'm trying to not go slow, but try to take my time in deciding my colors. So go up here, go in here. Get this. I'm wondering right now if you guys can hear the movie going on downstairs. Hopefully it's not loud. You might be just a faint sound in the background. They're watching Spider-Man. So I didn't even watch the first one, so I was like, I'm just gonna wait. I haven't watched any of the Avengers. Oops, it's gonna bug me, so I'm gonna erase right here. I didn't watch any of the last 3 Avenger movies. I'm not ready yet. I think they're still on Netflix, so I think I still have time to watch them. Okay, so that's good. I'm going to come in now with the burnt ochre. So I'm using medium to hard pressure, not so hard where I'll break the tip of the pencil. Just color down. So I turn off my AC right now because it is kind of loud in the background when I have it on. So I have a cup of ice water with me. You might hear it tingling in the background when I'm shaking, or as I'm coloring, because the table is shaking. I think we are good. Trying to see if I missed any spots. I think that should be good. Yeah. Okay, so that's it for these colors, except for sepia. I'm going to hold on to the sepia. Now the colors I'll use for the blossoms. Go ahead and take them out. So I have white, which is 001. I have moss green, which is 225. I have purplish red, which is 350. And ultramarine pink, which is 083. And then I'm also going to use sepia again, which is number 407. So we're going to start off with the ultramarine pink. Where should I start? Now if you can see clearly, let me go ahead and zoom you in. Okay, so for the buds, from the base of the flower, I'm just going to come in medium and then light towards the tip of the bud. So I'm just going here, so just slowly. Here, this looks like that's the tip of the top, so I'm going to put the pink around the sides. So I'm going to color the ones that you can see. Trying to go lightly. I'll show you how I'll do the flowers. So starting from the inside part of the flower, just medium, then light as you go towards the tip, the end of the petal. And this side. There. I can show you. Here's one more. I'll just do this one more and then I'll come in with the next color to show you what I do. Okay, so I'll come in with the purplish red now, which is number 350. And this, just gonna go off to the side right there. Just a little bit, little hint of the purplish red. This is the bottom part of the bud, so I'm just gonna try to follow the curves of the bud. So if it's rounded, I'm gonna go like a backward C this way and down that way. Just following its shape so it looks like it's curved. And this one, I just want a little bit on the inside of the flower. And you can see it's not like, I just kind of like squiggled right in there. But that's what I'm going to be using the white for, is to smooth it all out. And then you'll see that it becomes dull because the white is very opaque with the luminance. And so I'll come back in to add more color just to brighten it up. What I'm kind of still thinking about with the blossoms is the middle part, like these are those stamens where the pollen comes out of. If I should come in with like gel pens, a fine liner, like a mini Posca or something, to so you can see it's kind of like lost in there. So now I'm going to come in with the white. I don't have it sharpened because I'm going to be like kind of going hard I'm blending the colors all together, starting at the white, then the pinks. So I'm starting the white and go down to the pink. Same with the petals, start at the white end, then blend it all in, all the way to the center of the flower. So you can see how the center of the flower is dulled out. So we will come back with the purplish red. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. Get it in there. So I'm kind of excited that I'll be getting the Flora from Maria Trolle and Hannah Carlson's Soulmates will be coming out. I think some people already, some people have their books arrived either yesterday or today. Mine is not arriving until tomorrow. Okay, so I'm done with the white. Now I'm going to come in with the moss green number 225, and the moss green, you know, buds are a little green. For me, I don't know, when I think of buds, I think that they have a little bit of green creeping up on the buds, so that's what I'm doing. And then with the flowers, I'm just putting a little bit of green right in the center. And this part of the bud, I'm adding moss green. So the center of the flower, I'm adding a little bit of green, just sliding out a little bit. Then here, this little stem coming from the tree is green, and I'm trying to find the sharp point to my pencil and just kind of like have it veining through the bottom part of the bud. So this one, since this is the top, I don't want to do too much there. And this part where I hope I wasn't covering, sorry. And this part of the branch where I left it open, I'm just gonna add a little bit of green. And a little bit of green here. Green right over here. So now I'm going to come back with the sepia, and on the underneath part of the green is where I'm putting the sepia, kind of giving it its shadow there. So that's pretty much what I did with the other ones, using the moss green and the sepia right there. Now, because the flowers are kind of dulled out with the white, I'm going to come back in with the purplish red, and I'm going to leave just a hint of color. So I'm just going to flick it from the bottom up, and this one just a little, because this is the top part of the bud, so I'm just going to a little. So here's the bottom, and I'm going to flick just a little bit of color. And in the flower, starting from the middle, I'm just going to do the same. Flick it from the middle, just adding color to that blossom. So here, add more color. have to decide what I'm gonna do. Maybe like see if I have a dark green fine liner, and maybe a white Posca or white gel pen to do the little dots. So add a little more purplish red on the buds. I should use my brush. I keep forgetting. So that's pretty much what I did, and I'll go ahead and we'll fast forward while I do the rest of it. So we are done with the cherry blossom tree that is in the background. I really like how it stands out. I'm glad that I went for a subtle color for the background with the neo colors. And so now we're going to go ahead and start with the guy. I did pick out the blue colors that I want to use for his outfit. So the blue colors I have are... This one is Ice Blue, which is number 185. Then we have Turquoise Blue, which is 171. And we have Payne's Gray for the darker parts, number 508. And I'm going to use the Ice Blue, just to lay down the colors where I want all the blues to be. So in the top part right over here, just like his hat, I'm just going to lightly shaded in. It's just to give me an idea of where all the blue sections are going to be. And just getting that in there. So I know this whole section is going to be blue, so I'm going to just lightly color it in. Let me move this stuff away. So the colors I picked, I tried different combinations, and this is the one with the turquoise blue. This is the one with the gray blue, I believe, and this one is with the light blue, and I really like the one with the turquoise blue. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do a light layer on all the parts where it's going to be turquoise blue. I might need to use what is that thing called? Caran blender. So mine's broke. So mine is, I'm using this one, which is like really small. So we'll see. This is a lot of space to color with the blue. So we'll see how it will go. I don't remember when was the last time. I think the last time I used the Caran or these Luminance was for I don't know, I can't remember. A Nicholas Wilbert coloring. I think it was the Angel from Fantasia. That's the last one I remember. So I'll do this side because I know I want this side blue. Let's go there. So this part's going to be white. And I'm going to add shadows to the folds, and hopefully I can get that correct. So I want to add some blue on this part. So I'm thinking, I was either going to put blues on this or one of these zigzags. I think I'll do the zigzag. Just go up and down. I was wondering if I should use another type of watercolor, either the Paul Rubin pearlescent for one of these as an accent, and then add it somewhere here or something, or on his hat. But I think I'll have to think about that. So it's in the top part, so I'm going to go this way. Here and here. I'm just going to color this all blue. Okay, and the next one that I want blue is this little sash right over here. Go this way. And I was wondering if I should, because it would look neat if I put like a little like design, maybe use a Achispika on the vest part. But I have to look up like some Chinese embroidery designs that they would use on these kind of Chinese outfits. So I believe this part should be green or blue. And then maybe I'll use the Payne's gray that I already have out. Sorry, hear my kids in the background. I might use like a pearlescent for these little sections. So I will now come in with the Payne's gray, number 508. And this is, did I already decide I'm just going to do black or like a silver? Well, I'm just going to do a light layer, just so I know where it's at. So what do you guys think of the colors I've chosen so far? I'm always like at this point of the color, I'm kind of like iffy about everything until the end, and then when I start doing the little details and seeing it all come together. I'll just color this whole thing right here. And then I want this whole thing to be, I'm going to go black. Sorry, twisting around in my chair so I don't have to move my book around. Go ahead and color this part. Yeah, so I was saying, I'll look up some different designs, see maybe I can replicate it with a glitter pen or something. Hopefully I can. Oops, I'll go back with the blue in this section right here. And that down, maybe also this part, I'll just go ahead and color it in. So I'm trying to decide if I should use maybe also a silver watercolor or gel pen maybe for the details right here on the arms and this part, the cuff of the sleeve. Maybe I'll just do that. Just do like a metallic silver one. And so that is it, I believe. Okay, so I think I'll start off with the hat. Let me go ahead and zoom you in. Okay, so I'm not sure how this is gonna go. This is I'm just gonna go right in. So I'm using the ice blue right now, and I'm just gonna come in with bring in more color in the bottom at the edge right here. Just going to slowly and see. Maybe I'll go on the top end so it gives it a bit of a shadow. I'm thinking with what I was doing earlier, I was saying I would use like a glittery watercolor, maybe like Paul Rubens or the Kuretake, and do this part. Just bring this in and lightly. I think I'll want the lighter part to be in that area, so I'll just color to here. Just more blue. I'll come in with the turquoise blue now. Just want to see. I'm not really sure how this is gonna look. If I'll like it. Kind of off bright. So I come in with the Payne's gray. And just work it in here. Since I've never colored in these Chinese coloring books, sorry, I'm not sure how the pencils work, so I'm guessing right now how I would want to color, because depending on how I color this is how I'm going to color the rest of them. So I'm just working, I don't want it too light. I wanted a darker blue, so might just have to go in hard with these. Wonder if I'll have to use a blender with this. Just go in a little bit harder and then blend with the turquoise blue. See how that goes. Excuse me. Am I using turquoise? come back with the ice blue. Just to darken up a bit. And I think going on, I'll use the light blue or the turquoise blue sparingly. Just used Payne's gray and the ice blue because those are the colors that I want. So it might just have to be flat and just using the Payne's gray to create some kind of, I guess, shadow contrast. Come in with Payne's gray and just there. I don't think I can erase all these. I went over. Okay, so that's it. I'm gonna do this part. Just color it in with the Payne's gray. And let me get my black. So I took out my black, which is number 009, and steel gray, which is 004. So I'm gonna trace this part. Just in there. Come in with the Payne's gray over the black, going out towards the edge of this little hat. Kind of trying to blend it out. Add more color of the Payne's gray towards the end, and I'm going to use the steel gray to blend that area. Come back with the Payne's gray and just smooth out that transition. The steel gray really colors right on top there. Okay. You know what? I forgot that little, color that in with the blue. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the middle part. Sorry, this middle part here. I'm gonna use the Payne's gray for the darker areas. I'm just going to top here, going down. the shadows for the blue areas. Just going to do this one side first. I'm just gonna go put this. Just gonna lightly so I'm gonna use the turquoise blue to go over the highlighted areas. Oops. So hard on it. Okay, so go back the ice blue and just try to make a seamless blend towards the turquoise blue that I just laid down. Payne's gray just to get that dark area. So yeah, so that's what I'm going to do for the rest of these. So the ice blue, just a little bit on this end, and then on this end I'm going all the way up. Kind of just flicking it so I don't go so far in without turning the book. It's a lot easier for me to color it this way. Just going to add a little bit more color here so the turquoise blue doesn't wash out the ice blue too much. Oops. There. I'm coloring that part black, so I'm not going to worry about that. So I'm coming in with the turquoise blue and just pressing down. Just pressing down on this one. So you can see that I don't have white spots peeking out. So now I'm going to come in with the ice blue and just kind of color over kind of dull down the turquoise. There, I'm going to do the same to the other side. I'm pretty much burnishing it. And I'm going to flick it down to this. And then on this side, just burnish that in. I'm not careful. Then I'm just going to flick it up. Just cover this a little bit. Coming back with the Payne's blue. or Payne's gray, not blue. Okay, I'm gonna go on. So I'm going to go ahead and fast forward this part. I'm just gonna finish this part and then I'll come back with these to do for the next video. Okay, so I'm finished with the color part. I really like how the blue is coming out. I think I'm gonna stop right here and finish up the rest of the blue on his vest, sash, and sash till the next part, and then I'll continue with the black on his outfit also. I just forgot how creamy the Luminance are, and my hands are getting a lot of workout just with the blues. So I think, yeah, we'll stop right over here. So I want to thank you all so much, and I hope you enjoyed watching this part of my coloring in the Lost You Forever Chinese coloring book. I will see you all at my next video. So please take care and happy colorings. Bye-bye.